Hello everybody and welcome back. In this video, we're actually going to be going to our database service and we're going to be adding a function inside of our database service, which is going to be called get users, which is going to allow us to actually get all of the users that are inside of our Firestore database. And if we provide some kind of a name to that function, then it'll provide us all of the users inside of the database with that specific name. So with that said, let's get into it and let's see how we're going to be doing it. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go to my database_service file, and then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add a function inside of the class, and I'm going to add it underneath of the get user function, but feel free to add it anywhere in the class. And I'm going to say that this function is going to return a future query snapshot. And this function is going to be called get users. And what this function will do is that it'll take in an optional named argument string, and then it's denoted optional by adding this question mark with the string keyword, and I'm going to say that it's going to be _name, or keyword arguments can't have underscores, so I'll just leave it as name. And with this, I'll open the function up. I'm going to say that we'll define a query, and I'll save that in the query variable, and I'm going to say that we're going to do db.collection, and we're going to go to our user collection. With this done, the next thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to say if we are provided a name, then we are going to extend the query a bit more. What are we going to do? Well, we'll take the existing query and we'll set that to be a new query where we'll take the existing query and we'll extend upon it by adding a where clause to it. And I'm going to say that now inside of our users collection, where the name field is greater than or equal to the name that just got passed in. But if we do this and we just end our query here, you're going to see that when the query is actually performed, that we're only going to get a user returned back to us as a list of users returned back to us when the string name that gets passed in is an exact match with the name field for whatever user is inside of Firebase. And we don't want that. We want to find all of the users whose name contains this name string in any position. So what I'm going to do is that with this where query, I'm going to add or link up to it another where query, and I'm going to say dot where. I'm going to now say that we're going to take the name field again, and it's going to be is less than or equal to, and I'm going to take the name that was passed in and I'll add that to it, the Z letter. So I'm basically saying that I want so I'm basically saying to the function that if a name is provided, then I want you to extend the existing query and I want you to add these two where clauses to it, whereby we check to see all of the users whose name contains this name string that gets passed in, and we take all of those users and then from that query make another query on top of that query where we take the existing name that was passed in, we add Z to it, and this returns all of the users whose name field contains the name that was passed to us. Finally, once this is done, I'm going to say that then we're going to return our underscore query, and then we're going to call the get call on it, and that's pretty much all we need to do, and do Alt Shift F command save. And that's pretty much all we had to do for our get users function. So now that this is done, what I'm going to do is that I'll end this video here, and I'll see you guys in the next video where we'll try to implement this function inside of our users page provider.